morning, Santa Clarita. Welcome to SCV Today. I'm Tammy Edwards.
And I'm Dave Caldwell. We're just on the fly here as we go. And, well, hey, back to school day.
Yeah.
How about that? Can we get a shot of Luke, please? Luke is over here on camera, too. Luke has been interning all... So look at Luke. Hey, what's up? Cool hair, Luke is a senior, right?
So cute.
Luke, you're going to be a senior at Hart, right? So Luke has been interning with us, and get a shot of him again because get used to that face. We're going to see him on the sidelines during football season this year,
so
reporting
awesome
for us, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So,
are you nervous about that, Luke?
A little. I'm excited though. I'm really excited.
Have you been like practicing in front of the mirror?
Yeah. I'll be playing video games. Announce for
Yeah, announce on the game.
Okay, you're not going to be playing video games on the sideline. I'm just going to let you know that right now, okay? That's not going to happen.
Got it.
So you practice like Brady White throws 70 yards, Connor Wingerod. Yeah, totally practice.
Well, Luke worked with us during baseball season too, and Luke would go into the dugout when we did a Hart game, and everyone's like, Luke, and I mean, even Coach Ozella. I mean, this guy is well known. He's liked.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Well, Luke actually played ball, so he gets it. He knows what he's talking about.
He's an athlete. He's a stud. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. This is a stud guy. He's a stud guy.
So, but let's talk about the fact that we are going back to school tomorrow.
Okay.
When you were younger, when did you go back to school?
September.
After Labor Day, right?
After Labor Day. Right. Because my birthday is coming up, and it was always my birthday, Labor Day, back to school. It was like a bam, bam, bam kind of thing. So there was this whole sequence of events.
Yeah. Why are we back to school so early?
Well, we're going to have the superintendent on the program. What a question. What a perfect lead-in.
I'm really upset about it, seriously. Like, it's like, where did summer go? Summer's gone. Kids don't get summers anymore. We're supposed to have a good, solid 3 months off.
We would also get off at Memorial Day. Memorial Day was the first day of summer, the whole summer break. So it was 3 months. Did you not get that?
I just want to cry because I just know tomorrow morning I have to do the whole school thing all over again.
You're going to miss those days. There's going to come a time. I miss those days. I miss those days.
It's like that Trace Adkins song, You're Going to Miss This.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, I know I will, but I just I want more time with the kids. I think that's my problem.
Yeah, I see.
I see them more when they're not in school.
Right.
I mean, of course I want them to be in school and be educated, but I just want my summer months. It's still hot. It's August. Come on.
But don't you find it's a bittersweet moment? You're sending them off to school, and it's like, I'm sending them off to school. At the same time, it's like, yeah, finally. No?
No.
They don't drive you nuts sometimes during the summertime?
Never.
Oh, please.
No, they really don't.
Really?
They truly don't. No, not at all. I enjoy my time with them.
Morris, you're laughing.
I like that, like when I get up in the morning and I'm coming into work and they're sitting there talking to me when I'm getting ready, and it's not like all rushed and crazy and hurry up, grab this, grab that, sign this, sign that. Speaking of signing, how many papers do I need to sign, Rob Challinor?
As many as it takes to get your students safely in school.
Good answer.
Wow, what an answer.
And that is why he is the superintendent.
With Gail Pinster right behind him going, this is what you say. Actually, she didn't have to do that. He was on that himself.
I'm like, seriously, do I really need to sign another syllabus? I've been signing syllabuses for how many years? Like,
Is it syllabuses or syllabi?
I don't know. Went to Hart. Just kidding.
Well, it is an exciting time, and it's a big moment, and it's really
kids are
cool.
excited.
Well, and it's really cool because you've got so many parents that have kindergartners that are going off for their first day of school, and so that's a big moment. Man, see, that's the thing. That's one of the things I remember most about back to school with Chris was his very first day of kindergarten. I can remember almost everything about that.
Yeah.
About that moment. And how excited I was for him, and seeing his face just all, lit up, and this is such a new adventure, and all these kids around, and at the same time, just my heart just tearing out of my
I remember
chest.
the first and the second. I remember Lindsay and Dylan's first days of kindergarten. I don't remember Julia and Billy's. How bad is that?
That's the most recent.
But when it's your first, you're like, and then now it's like,
Now, in the third and
get
the
in
fourth,
there, you get in there, you get in there.
The fourth is just shut the door when you leave. I gotta go. I'm dropping you off here 3 miles away. You walk. Yeah, I see what it says. Okay. I didn't get that. I only had the one.
Yeah, so breedable.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to say it because you're going to be like, Joe, she da-da-da-da-da.
What?
Who won?
You tell me.
You don't even know.
Hart,
Hart did, huh?
And Rob, you were there.
I was.
Was this your first burrito bowl?
My first burrito bowl.
I didn't think I'd seen you there before. That's pretty cool. It's an awesome thing they put together, isn't it?
Exciting event. And
I mean,
glad that Sharky's was a sponsor.
It's amazing.
Great activity.
And they just to see all the schools come together and they all get along and it's so much fun. And I love the burrito bowl. I didn't get to make it out this year. It's the first one I've missed, but what a great time. We've got a video on. I'll post a video on the show. Well, on the web of the burrito bowl if you want to watch it.
Link of it.
Yeah, because we have all the teams and Hart won. Hart blew them away, didn't they? It was a big win. It's a real big win. So.
Well, it's a lot of fun it is a lot of fun for the kids, and a lot of fun for the families. I mean, that's a big crowd that always goes out to that too.
Yeah. Kudos to Gene Blaker for being the mastermind of that. Huh?
That's a brilliant idea. It's a good idea.
I know. So what else you got?
You know what a selfie is? Yeah.
Yeah, I know what a selfie is.
All right, I want to bring something up here, because I've got someone in my household that is obsessed with selfies.
Oh, you're had.
I know. That's okay. I can be had, but
he's in trouble.
but there's been some stuff that's been coming. Mike's sitting there going, yeah. Because, are you obsessed? Do you do selfies or?
I have a very obsessed 16-year-old.
There you go. So
chatting selfie all day long.
all right. So there's been a bunch of stuff that has come out in the last month or so about selfies, and it's like, okay, is this a problem? Is it not? You know, there's comparisons of narcissists who drowned because he was so enamored with what he saw in the reflection and all this stuff. So I just want to throw this out. What?
I can't believe we're talking about this.
Why?
I didn't know this was such a big issue.
It's just starting to kind of
Let me
hit
tell
the
you-
I'm
forefront.
anxious to hear about this. I'm really
Well,
anxious.
I mean, I will notice, like on Facebook and things that, the younger girls, that they do their selfies, and you could tell that they've spent forever getting the perfect pose. They probably took 75 pictures for the one shot they're going
Right.
to use. And then they put it on, and they get all their likes, like you're so beautiful, you're so gorgeous,
And that's
okay?
the crux of
So
the
that
issue.
goes on for like 3 or 4 days. Well, then they do something that's really smart. They like their own photo. And all of a sudden it's pumped right back at the top of that feed, and then it's all over again. You're so pretty, you're so beautiful, like.
I think
And then you're
that's
sitting there
it.
going, oh, I'm so pretty, because I did duck lips in a photo.
That's what they're saying here. Let me read this. Let me
Okay,
read
now
this.
I'm interested.
Let me read this and then
I had to set it
go
up.
off. Yeah, you had to set it up. Okay. So this is from refinery29.com. This woman, a board-certified psychiatrist, says about selfies and about the teenage girls obsessed with these selfies. It depends on how you use it, says Dr. Josie Howard. If you're using it as a tool to document feeling good about yourself and just taking mementos of living a great life, that's fine, she says. It can be empowering. Some women
I'm
use
here
it.
with Mike Bjorkman.
Exactly.
Like that? Okay, got it.
You interrupted Mike in his work.
I know. Sorry, Mike.
It can be
Sell
empowering.
a house.
Some women, she says, some women use it as a way to control how their image is portrayed in social media, which is completely fine. But then there's the other side of it. Those seeking reassurance and approval through selfies consistently take themselves out of social interaction. The concern lies when people who are using it to create a persona that that will be approved of. In other words, getting Facebook likes and all this other stuff. And some people take more to feed their self-esteem, which can become more important than simply documenting an experience. So I see what you're saying. If it goes on every now and then to document a moment, hey, you're here with Mike Bjorkman. That's a moment in time that everyone needs to
But
document.
why am I taking
right?
a picture of myself for that?
To prove
It should
that you're
be-
with Mike Bjorkman.
No, a selfie by myself. I'm here with Mike Bjorkman.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not the problem. You're just
Why me? We have two other guys here.
You got a picture of you and Rob Challinor.
Should we tell Mike
Hey, Rob,
his new
me and you.
nickname?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
He doesn't even know we just mentioned that.
Yeah, I know.
That's good.
He's like so clueless.
Exactly.
So great.
Go back to work. But the issue is more of and this they're talking about young girls, is constantly taking pictures
Well,
and looking and taking, like you said, 100 pictures to get the one with the duck lips. Did you
Mm-hmm.
did you like that? Did you want to get that? Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
But the boys are doing their abs though. You get the boys, you get from here down. They're all,
That's what I did this morning, my abs.
Got a shot of your abs.
Beautiful 8-pack.
That's the before picture, though, right? Before Chakai decided to kick your butt.
Chakaya does it.
Yeah.
Couple more weeks.
Of course. Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get the whole. But we're in this world of, post pretty pictures of me and like it and da 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 da. And
Well,
I remember I put up the pictures on Facebook that Yodi took of me, and I put them on there, and I went, that's really like I'm really uncomfortable with it, because then I'm like, God, do people think I put those on there? Because I don't know, and understand that I know that those pictures that are so awesome, that doesn't really look like me. I'm totally aware of that. That was Photoshop and makeup and.
Well, I did the same thing. I put a picture of myself that Yodi had taken on Facebook, and that's just it's a good picture. I feel happy about that picture. But I haven't been taking a picture of myself 100 times a day and constantly posting.
I
new
will not
ones.
post a picture
And
of me
editing
alone.
them and things like that. And that's what I think they're talking about. That's like the latest, newest issue, Morris. That there might be a problem.
I've been educated today. Thank you. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
That's the idea. If I've just educated just one Hart District student.
Oh yeah, he's
Or
a Hart
former.
District student. We're filled with Hart District students, aren't we? It's a great district. That's all I gotta say. Right, Rob?
We agree with that.
Yeah. Oh, seriously, we got Luke, Nick. You went to Hart. Or you
No,
went to,
Simi Valley.
Oh, that's the problem. And then,
We're
sorry.
the best high school district in Santa Clarita.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah,
All right, we're gonna take a break. So we're done with selfies. Did you need to take any?
No,
Yeah,
never.
because you never do.
Please.
I've never seen you do that.
True story. I one time tried to take like a sexy picture for my husband, like to send it to him.
Yeah.
This is what happened. My son was in 8th grade. Swear to God, not in the Hart School District, 8th grade, and somewhere else. And a girl sent a picture, and
To him?
yes, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Of course, he came to me like, Mom, and what do I do with this? And I'm like, you're not going to send that around because that's pornography, and then you're in trouble. So we did it. But then I started thinking, maybe I should take a sexy picture and send it to my husband. We've been married for many years. I can do that. 45 minutes later, forget it. It just didn't work.
Well, you can just go and do pose for him, and that's good enough, isn't it?
Well, I was trying to at work, oh, what is this? Like all excited, but yeah, no.
You have to let somebody else take the picture for you. That's the key.
Will you do that for me, Mike? Will you take that picture?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Wait a
You're a
minute.
good friend.
Wait a
You're a really
minute.
good friend.
Volunteer.
Yeah, Nick has
Look
got
at
his
both
hand raised
angles.
Nick has got his. Raise your hand again, Nick, because you were like, no, me, pick me.
Yeah. So there's no selfies of me. No.
Good. Okay. All right.
I can hear Morris guy.
Yeah. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, is he here?
Who?
Joe Messina.
Yeah, he's in the green.
He's here. He's in the green room.
Messina's here?
Yeah.
Well-
He's eating cookies
Okay, so you think
Shocker.
he's eating cookies. Oh my gosh.
and candy. Although he's complaining that they're too old, too stale.
No,
All
he's
right,
too
comes
old
in
and too
here, he
stale. No, I'm
complains.
kidding. Joe Messina when we come back.
Living without glasses has been wonderful.
I've noticed right away, right when next couple of days, the sky seemed bluer.
I had the procedure because my husband came to Dr. Helm for cataract surgery, and he was really pleased with the results.
I was looking for somebody that had a reputation, somebody locally.
Through the whole procedure, he talked me through it and told me exactly what was happening and what he was doing, and he just has excellent bedside manner.
If you're thinking about having laser vision correction, let me help you decide if it's right for you. We at Helm Vision Group believe in personal care and quality results. Come and see the difference.
For the best laser vision correction technology, Helm Vision Group on Turney Road in Valencia.
Antwerp, Belgium, the diamond capital of the world. To assure the highest quality diamonds at the best possible prices, Classic Designs Jewelry travels to Antwerp to buy directly from the diamond cutter.
Hi, I am Apoye Sayan from Classic Designs Jewelry. Belgians have cut diamonds for centuries. That's why the finest diamonds come from Antwerp.
For the perfect diamond at the perfect price, come to Classic Designs Jewelry in Valencia.
At Global Protective Services, we are leaders in security. Whether you're looking for on-site security, mobile patrols, safety training, or site safety assessments, Global Protective Services is here for you. Our highly trained guards are carefully vetted, screened, and trained by experienced professionals. At Global Protective Services, we have a vested interest in protecting the SCV because this is where we call home. Global Protective Services, doing our part to keep Santa Clarita safe.
Welcome back to SCV Today. What are you laughing about? Joe Messina's in-house. You're laughing. You said I started off.
I'm in radio. I know when they go 3, 2, 1, you're live,
Right.
and you're still yakking away over here.
I know. Well, it's what we do.
It is.
It's what we do.
And on mouth, Dave called me.
Well, we always talk about it. It's a lot of fun to be here, right?
Absolutely.
See, we got one person saying it's
All
absolutely
three of
true.
them. There
Yeah,
you go.
exactly.
And one is being a little neutral there.
Right, right. Well, one's sleeping back there.
What did you take?
Okay.
Did you take Mike's phone away? Because I noticed he's sitting there like a good boy.
I was trying to be good.
Yeah, see, I said he's being. Can I read your text to me?
Some of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you really write a text to Joe?
A couple, yeah.
About what?
Can't repeat them on the air though.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you've kind of created a little bit of a hornet's nest here. You stirred it up a little bit.
And that's new how.
I know.
Does that really
I know,
work?
exactly.
So, no, I wrote a piece on Monday about the blurred truth of the left. And I have a national column. And so this morning, I got calls yesterday, and this morning I was on TV in Houston and in Pittsburgh. And in Pittsburgh, as you can imagine.
Wow, and then you came here to SCV TV.
I got out of bed to come here. They didn't ask me to get out of bed to go there.
Wait, you were on TV in bed in Pittsburgh and Houston?
No, you know how it's done, right? I mean, if you guys had a table in front of you, you wouldn't have your pants and shoes on. See, he knows. You hear that? You'd have your swimsuit on. You'd be ready to go. You'd put on a shirt.
Is this how you were this morning?
That's when I used to do the Skype.
Pittsburgh and Houston?
Oh, yeah. Why not?
So Pittsburgh and Houston saw you
If
in
he
your
said
skivvies.
get up, no. If he said get up, he would have saw me in my skivvies. But, you know, he just saw it from here up.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
I had to comb my hair and shave.
Not because you were coming in here,
No.
but because you're going to Houston and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so what did you do? Because I have no idea what you guys are about to talk about.
Well, I wrote about the blurred truth of the left. I work every day to do the stories that I do for the show, obviously. And I run across these stories about how the Democrats always accuse the Republicans of doing certain things, and I kind of blow them off. It's just politics. It's what it is. But then I came across the Democratic National site, and it said for the last 200 years they've been fighting for the civil rights of all Americans, including black Americans. And I went, unless I was on drugs in the 70s, and by the way, I was, but I didn't inhale. I think I did inhale. I just can't remember.
Oh, dear Lord.
The president of the Hart
So there you go.
Right
So
here,
in the
ladies and
70s, there you go. So I remember being taught a little differently, if you would. Yeah. So when I started to look up
Maybe
the
not
facts,
next time around.
yeah, I thought, well, you may have a whole empty segment here. I don't know.
Oh, dear
And as soon as they
God.
get the Hart District Superintendent off the floor and they give him some oxygen, he'll be ready for the next segment as
Yeah,
well.
you're going to follow you. That'll be fun.
But the bottom line with it was this: the Democratic Party, from day one, they're the ones that have pushed for slavery. They're the ones that fought the Republicans on slavery. They actually passed a law that said if you were a free slave and you were in the North and you weren't returned to the South, the owners could go to jail. And that wasn't the Republicans. That was the Democrats. So to say that they've been fighting for whose civil rights? What I said in the article was, yes, they have been actively fighting for the civil rights of white people for over 200 years. Women's suffrage. Who fought against women voting?
I
It
have a
wasn't
feeling
the Republicans,
it
it
was
was the
the Democrats.
Democrats. And you look at the numbers, you look at the stats, it's real. It's not made up, it's not political foo-foo, as I like to say. Those are real numbers. It's real history it's real history you can find for now. Give it 10 years, it'll be gone.
So you're saying that the current leaders of the Democratic Party really don't know their own history?
Exactly. I believe that to be true. Now, I think that in the last maybe 20 or 30 years, I'm not even going to go back to the 60s, because you could find in the 60s where the Republicans or the quote-unquote conservatives were fighting. You know the old adage, you give somebody a fish, they eat for one day, you teach them how to fish, they can eat for their life. All right, so that started in the 60s from a standpoint of you had one party or one style of management, we'll put it that way, who kept wanting to hand stuff to the people who couldn't or wouldn't work or couldn't find a job, and others that wanted to retrain. You can only be on government cheese for X amount of months. You know, I was on government cheese, so I'm not ashamed to say that, but I'm not on government cheese today. I buy the real expensive stuff that helps add. By the way, you guys were talking about six-packs earlier.
Right.
I took a picture of my keg this morning, but nobody wanted to see it. I don't understand. But you see what I'm saying. I mean, the Republicans have a different way of looking at things. Let me teach you how to do it.
Yeah.
Tammy, you haven't said a word yet.
No.
Want me to pull out that picture? Next.
Oh boy.
Well, look at this.
Well,
one.
I guess I won't be naming
Yeah,
any
no,
of
no,
my,
no,
my
no
future,
pictures right now, Joe. No.
I won't be naming any of my future children Messiah.
Please don't. Actually,
at least if you're not in
I had a
Tennessee.
problem with this. Okay, I had a problem with this. You talk about being
Multiple
conflicted.
problems. Yeah.
So everybody knows, you know, I'm an outspoken Christian. I don't want you to name your kid Jesus. If you're Hispanic, I get the difference, but I don't want you naming your kid Jesus or Jesus Christ or Christ, you know, Smith or Messiah. But I also understand that we have a freedom of speech in this country, and I also understand that if I try to regulate that, then I put that on myself as well. So if a parent, what was that Johnny Cash song? His dad named him Sue.
Right.
All
Boy
right.
named
So
Sue.
you want to do something like that to your kid? First, go ahead and do it, and we'll slap you later, kind of thing. You know, he'll slap you later, I'm sure.
Well, the thing is this is out of Newport, Tennessee. A judge in eastern Tennessee changed a 7-month-old boy's first name to Martin from Messiah. Luann Ballou ordered the name change last week, saying Messiah is a title that has been earned by one person. Quote, and that one person is Jesus Christ.
And it's a Tennessee judge. We're talking about the Bible Belt, so.
But still, it's still a judge who aren't judges supposed to be upholding First Amendments and things like this? And these are kind of important for them to be able to uphold. And
think about what's been going on in this country for the last, 10 years. You've got more and more judges deciding they're going to decide what the law is, no matter what the law says. They're going to decide what the law is. Yeah, it's a freedom of speech issue. I think she should.
But who brought the challenge to the name in the first place?
Well, they're in the Bible Belt. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people who challenge this. But
you
the
name
judge
your kid
should never
whatever you want to
involved.
name your kid. I'm sorry.
She never got involved in this. Is
I
ridiculous.
mean, that's kind of ignorant for them to do it, but that's their right to be ignorant.
You can name it whatever. Name your child whatever you want to name it.
Let's talk.
The
about
issues
this.
are
Anybody here old enough to
issues.
remember Frank Zappa?
Mm-hmm.
How about Moon Unit?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Who took him to court? Nobody.
Right.
We have a right to be as stupid as we want in this country, and I'll fight to protect that right for you to be ignorant.
Right.
Let me move on to another one that kind of caught my eye a little bit. The U.S. paying $1.5 million to help women in Brazil quit smoking.
Tell me this is a joke.
No, it's real. So what I did was I sent a letter to.
Did you hear that? The U.S. is going to pay $1.5 million to help Brazilian women quit smoking.
If I can get you a grant, can I get 10%? Well, I wrote a letter to the government and said, listen, for $750,000, I've already saved you 50%. I will quit whatever you want me to. Just get me the cash.
You're just not a Brazilian woman.
I don't understand.
I've got legs
Is this
and
real?
armpits like a Brazilian woman.
Would you
No.
quit eating?
No. Okay, yes, but not pasta.
Would you quit eating?
I've become a closet meatball eater.
What? But is this real?
Yeah, it's a real story. Yeah. This.
And we've already paid it?
Oh. The government doesn't pay any. Well, actually, it pays the. Don't let anybody know this, but it pays the school districts in the arrears. It doesn't pay anybody else in the arrears. When they waste money, it's up front. They want to make sure that. They want to make sure there's no chance of redemption.
According to the National Institute of Health, quote, an understanding of women and their tobacco-related issues.
We don't have them here. There's no women here that have tobacco-related issues.
As
Only in
well as the development of gender-relevant tobacco control efforts.
There is no gender anymore. Don't you read the paper? All these studies need to go away. We have to stop funding these studies because we don't have genders anymore.
Hey,
everything is gender neutral.
He's always telling me I got big balls, so I guess.
Who's got the biggest balls here? No, Nick, you don't.
Do they have to be here? Do they have to be here, or can I go home and get them?
You can go. Yeah, you may have to go get them. Yeah.
I got that. What is it? Not the medicine ball, but that ball you have to lay on and roll over and.
Yeah. Exercise ball.
Is that what that
I
is?
think we've got a video of something like that.
We
We're gonna show
do
something
have
like
some
that.
good
You know somebody-
exercise
you know
video
somebody could
today.
fix the seams on that? They kind of.
Let's move on to another one. Because
Mike, I know it's early, but keep up, will you? No good when you go back a second time.
Obviously, it's fun because Joe here is in Santa Clarita, president of the Hart District School Board, but then he also has the radio show that is syndicated. And so we bring up all these national goofy stories all the time.
I don't think this is a goofy story. I think this is nauseating.
Well, no.
Which one?
No, this one is nauseating.
Uh-oh.
Like,
I'm talking about the next one. I just
You know-
wanted to, I
you
was going to
know-
move on, unless you want to continue on with that.
When
Like,
Challinor
who
first
approved
came on board, he had black hair. And then,
and then he met you.
Then he met you.
Then I got the radio show and it was all over. So, yeah.
How is the relationship? I'm going to get in trouble. Between like the board and the superintendent and all that. Does that all work,
We can't
mesh well?
stand him. Isn't that obvious? We
Hey.
extended his contract. Shows you how much we can't.
I will fight for that man to stay in that position till the dying end, let me tell you.
Thank you, Tammy.
I would absolutely, yeah, 100%.
I mean, come on. It's like Indian. He's got 5 bosses. How would you like to have 5 bosses, right? You've got
Yeah.
5 people with different ways of looking at things. So it's a delicate balance in making things work and working things through. And some of us are pretty strong-willed. I'm easy to get along with, I think. And you can ask him at the next segment when I'm not here. But no, I think his relationship with the board is good. Like I said, he goes through a review every year. He's still here. His contract's been extended, and I think that says volumes too.
His contract needs to be like extended for like 20 years.
He won't stay for 20 years. There's only one person. Well, no, actually, there's 2 people in this valley that when they got in the chair, they decided to engrave it with their name, and they're still there.
Clyde.
No, Nolette and I was just Diane Van Hook. They've both been here. What's Nolette? 30 years almost.
30 years, 25
And
for
Nolette,
Chancellor Van Hook.
she's been here 25. So they've been here since the onion field days. you know.
Rob, I will follow you wherever you go.
What's your husband think about that?
I won't have my camera with me.
Oh, good.
Selfies?
You don't worry about it. She'll send you pictures.
Okay, sorry. I just kind of started thinking about that.
I want to move on because I mean that's good stuff.
ADD.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, you have no idea. Jeez.
Yes, I do. I've got the text to prove it.
I know that this was something that when Joe was coming on before this segment, and I said, "Is there anything in particular that you want to talk about?" College wants students to discover their erotic truth.
Yeah.
College of Charleston, Joe.
Yeah, so College of Charleston, and they're being encouraged. The new, what do they call it? When they're first coming into school, there's this comic book that they want the kids to read. And I don't know how graphic you want me to get.
Not graphic.
Okay. So I'm
getting very prude all of a sudden. I don't know what's
know.
going on with me.
I would figure Dave. I figured he would have said, "Don't read it," and you would have said, "Go with it. It's fine."
No, I'm
So the
losing
book
it.
is in essence required reading. The college spent about $40,000 to give this book to incoming students, and they're going to bring the author on campus for $13,000. And the book wants you to look for, to explore your erotic self. And one of the pictures in the book is a picture of a female having oral sex with a male, obviously.
You're kidding me.
And this is how you explore your erotic self. Now, the thing that irritated me the most about this.
Mike is on his phone right now. Just
Mike is saying, "Where do we get? Where do we get that
book?
book? How do I get
Charleston?
that?
I gotta get that book."
So, as the the chancellor and the board and what have you are saying, no, there's nothing wrong with this book, and you've got these pictures in there. What are this one just made me crazy. $40,000 to bring the book in.
Right.
Right. And somebody said, "Look, this is nothing more than pedophilia that has been approved by the board or by whoever's running the college there," and they're all pushing back, saying, "No, it isn't." Last I checked, these are institutions of learning.
Right.
Okay. To be crude for a minute, most kids learn how to do this probably by the time they get in the 9th grade. They don't need to be schooled on it anymore. How about we get back to reading, writing, arithmetic, history? History would be a good one. I like that one too.
What's the message to incoming freshmen here? The message to incoming freshmen at the
touch
College
with
of
your erotic
Charleston
self.
is to, hey guys, go for it, go out, get
Because
after
they never
it.
have, right?
Start being sexual, start doing what you have to do, as opposed to hey, we've got some psychology, some sociology, some engineering we got to learn.
When you have 70% of the kids entering college, leaving high school, that have had some kind of sexual encounter, how much more erotic do we need to get? You do know we're live, right, Mike? You know.
You know what, Joe? What all these stories tell us is that we really need to be aware as Americans where our money's going, who's spending it, and we need to be vocal. And you know, let's go back to my question about the relationship between the school board and the superintendent. The answer very well could have been, I don't know, Tammy, why don't you come to a board meeting?
No.
Why don't you?
On my show on a regular basis, I say this. The easiest way for us to fill the boardroom is not to say we're getting rid of an English AP class, but we're cutting down on the football program. And they'll be in the halls, they'll be in the parking lot, we'll have every news camera in the country there. The bottom line with it is, we're adults, right? We're smart, we've got a brain, hopefully that works. You need to get involved with locally. You need to get to the school board meetings. Whether you've got kids in school or not, the kids coming out of the schools are affecting your neighborhoods, right?
Absolutely.
Forgive me, but those are the boneheads you're going to send to the state eventually to run the place. You need to be involved in their education, whether they're your kids or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Joe Messina.
Thank you.
It's called The Real Side.
Yes, it is.
With
Every
Joe
day.
Messina. Every day.
You don't have to exercise. If you listen to my show and you're on the other side of the issues, I'll get your heart pumping, your blood pumping, your smoke coming out your ears.
And you could look just like that.
Oh, why would you do?
No, sorry.
I just lost a couple of listeners. We're down at 12 now.
Joe Messina, The Real Side, heard here in Santa Clarita on AM 1220 KHTS and around the world on the internet.
Interweb.
The interweb thing? Yes, exactly. Google him. Use that Google machine and you can find The Real Side.
It's not a dirty term.
At your local place. No, it's not. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Well, as promised, Rob Challinor, who is the superintendent of the school district, he will be following Joe Messina, so stay tuned.
At Nissan of Valencia, we take pride in supporting Santa Clarita schools and their dedicated students. Whether it's giving away free cars, providing academic scholarships, or supporting local sports teams, we want students to know hard work pays off. Hi, I'm Dan Sturkle, General Manager Nissan Valencia, home to the $99 down delivers. For the vehicle you want at the lowest price in town, come on down to Nissan of Valencia, where our #1 in customer service professionals will treat you with honesty and respect.
Fly, jump, twist, and flip inside Santa Clarita's premier indoor trampoline fun center. Sky High Sports features 360 degrees of trampoline floors and walls that's fun for kids and the kid at heart. Bounce off the walls inside our designated kid zone, dive into a sea of foam, or knock your opponents off their feet in a game of trampoline dodgeball. Sky High Sports is ideal for birthday parties and group events. Check us out online for special offers and discounts. Sky High Sports, now open on the Old Road in Valencia.
When I was diagnosed with breast cancer, Circle of Hope was there to help me with the doctor bills, with the medication costs,
with the emotional support I needed to help me through it all.
Circle of Hope supported me through my fight with gracious hearts and complete gratitude.
As Santa Clarita's only nonprofit breast cancer organization, Circle of Hope provides financial, emotional, and educational assistance to breast cancer patients who live, work, or receive treatment here in Santa Clarita Valley. 100% of your financial contribution will stay right here in the SCV. With your support, Circle of Hope is making a difference today for a brighter future tomorrow.
Welcome back to SCV Today. After Joe Messina, president of the Hart School Board, things that we talk about with Joe.
Well, he's not here representing the Hart School Board. He's here representing the Real Side with Joe Messina, which is two totally different things.
And that is a very fair thing to say, and you're absolutely right to say that. Yeah, absolutely true. But let's bring in the superintendent of the school district, because it is the first day of school. So it's things to start talking about with the school and things like this in the school districts.
Well, first of all, let me just say that Joe Messina does not represent the values and points of view of all of the school board members and the staff, but he is entertaining. So,
He is entertaining.
We enjoy working with Joe.
Let's just kind of start off. What's the big message as the beginning of the school year starts here? What's the big message that you want to be able to convey to parents, to students of the school district?
You know, it's always exciting to start a new school year. Our message is always that students need to be involved, and parents need to understand that involvement is critical to a student's success, not just in the academic side of this, but there's athletics, there's activities. Certainly being involved in the classroom and being a good student is important, but all of those other issues that go into a large comprehensive high school and our junior high schools are critical to the success of a student.
And Chad Phillips was on last week, the reigning Teacher of the Year.
Teacher of the Year.
And he really hammered that point home, that there is a clear, distinct difference between a student's performance, between a student who has parents that are involved and a student that does not have parents involved. That's just echoing that point.
Absolutely. And you know, we're really fortunate in the Santa Clarita Valley. You go to any of our events at any of our schools, and you will see hundreds and hundreds of parents, literally. So we're very fortunate that we enjoy great support from not only our parents, but the community at large.
And that means good test scores. And
Absolutely.
this district, brag a little bit, will you?
Well, let me brag a little bit. You know, once again, the Hart District has outpaced the county and state in student achievement. And I have to say, though, before I brag too much about the Hart District, it's because our students come to us very well prepared from our 5 feeder elementary schools. They do, or excuse me, 4 feeder elementary schools. They do an outstanding job in preparing the students. So we get good raw materials to work with and just continue to work with them and shape them into young adults ready for success in the world.
That's really cool. I got those test scores just in last week, and I was like, what? My kids are brilliant.
That feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm like, they're doing a good job.
Well, but you are also very involved in your kids' academic lives. You're very involved.
Yeah.
There's a part of it.
Well, yeah, I'm on it. But I think that it's important to be proactive. I think a lot of parents, they get involved when it's too late, and they're like, wait, what happened? You need to be involved from the very beginning. And you'll hear parents say a lot of times, well, that teacher never contacted me. Well, you know what? You've got 1 or 2 children. They've got like 500 students. So be a little, would you agree with that?
You know, absolutely. But one of the things that I think the Hart District does a really outstanding job in is parent communication. And, you know, unlike certainly when I was a student, which was a very, very long time ago, you know, we have instant communication with our families now. Not only do, you know, all of our teachers have email into their classrooms, but we also have our Connect Ed messaging system that we can get a message out to parents literally within a 2-minute period of time. If something were to happen, there were a crisis or an emergency, we could communicate instantaneously with all of our families. So we have every opportunity to communicate, and I think we do a really good job of that.
Right, and as far as the education portion of that, with the campus portal, there is no reason for any parent to be surprised.
That's right. They can go on literally period by period and find out if their student is in class, what they scored on their last test or exam, and how they're doing overall in the classroom. And that's live every day.
I think I said it on the program last week. I said, you know, I'll get the little reminder, oh, you know, Juliet was tardy to class, and I'll be texting her, why were you late to class? And then she'll like respond like, why are you texting in class? It's a battle they can't win, and I love it.
Exactly, yeah. You've got an event coming up. You've got a couple of events coming up. Let's talk a little bit about that. First of all, next week, you're going to be hosting the SCV School and Community Violence Prevention Forum. This is going to go on over at Valencia High School.
Yes, that's correct. You know, school violence is an issue in this nation, and it has been for literally 100 years. School violence is not new. However, the incidents of school violence have become more and more violent. They've become more graphic. The media, that's your job, I understand that, but because of the media attention these incidents get, it's become more something that we're concerned with on a daily basis. And the Hart District is really doing everything we can to ensure that our schools are safe for our students and our staff. We've committed ourselves to undergoing a threat assessment at all of our school sites, looking at our perimeter safety, looking at our check-in, check-out procedures, and ensuring that we are doing the best job we can to control what happens on our school sites. We have an FBI expert coming in, and that date is August 22nd, 7 p.m. at Valencia High School. And this gentleman has been working, he's worked with many, many agencies, both local and nationwide, to conduct threat assessments and ensure that the organizations are running safe operations. So he's going to come in and address our parent groups and talk about what they can do to ensure their own student safety. But the one point that I really want to emphasize is that the first line of defense, the first way to ensure safety is for students to talk to their parents or another responsible adult, because they're usually the first ones to know when something's going to go down. In just about every documented incident of school violence, there were students that knew of the violent act that was impending. And so if we could just get students to communicate with us when they hear something, we can do a much better job in ensuring the safety of all of our students.
Right.
Yeah, and luckily our Hart School District has been very safe, and we've, knock on wood, we're good. You guys are doing a great job. I can't even get on those campuses, so.
Right. Look at that smile on Rob's. Yeah, that's by design.
We're doing our job.
If you see this woman, don't let her on campus.
You know, if I could just go back to the topic just for a second, but you know, it's more than just the aspect of violence, but it's also looking at the mental health of our students and our staff and the folks that we're working with, because there are markers, there are identifying factors that if we can see ahead of time, we can intervene, and that's what we're trying to do. We've assembled a threat assessment team that includes school psychologists, counselors, teachers, administrators, as well as outside professionals, and they're helping us to identify those markers so that, you know, the whole idea is to prevent the tragedy from occurring.
Right, and we joke a little bit about that, but it's obviously a very serious issue, and clearly if you can be preventing it, then it's not in the news. You know, there may be things that have happened and we would never know about it simply because you guys are doing your job and doing it to protect the children and everybody that's involved.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Now you've also got another event coming up, the College and Career Fair, which we are a sponsor, part of that.
Yes, we are.
September 11th over at the Hyatt. Now talk a little bit about that as well.
Well, each year we sponsor or co-sponsor the College and Career Fair, and we have representatives from over 100 colleges and trade schools coming in to work with our families. Not every student knows exactly what they want to do. You know, when they get out of bed, you know, the last day of their senior year in high school, you know, sometimes it takes some planning and some proactive research. And so these folks are going to come in, work with families, assist them in that process. We want students to be able to be nurtured and travel a path that is going to be productive for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I was graduating, I remember crying. And just crying, and my friends saying, "Why are you crying?" I said, "Because I'm so sad. I don't want it to be over. I think this is what you know." And so some guidance would be great. Some of these kids, something I didn't really have, but things have changed so much. It's awesome.
And then you've also got a vendor outreach fair on September 17th. Vendor outreach. Those two words. I'm sitting there thinking you're reaching out for vendors to come in to be a part of the school district. Well,
actually, this is something that has been really important to the governing board. Obviously our governing board, they're local folks, and some of them are business people in the community, and they're very concerned about making sure that our local vendors and business people understand how to do business with the Hart District. We want to make this user-friendly. And so with Gail Pinsker's help, Gail is in the audience this morning, and our Chief Operations Officer, Ben Rodriguez, and our purchasing department under the direction of Lee Hansen, we've put together a vendor fair, and the whole idea and the goal is to bring people in and explain how to do business with the Hart District. Mm-hmm. Because it's different. We're a governmental agency, and yes, I understand we're a very large bureaucracy, and it's hard to do business with us. And we want to try to break down some of those barriers and reach out to those folks.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a great program, because I know that I myself, with our old company, we're looking into how to do. It's very hard to break in, so I think this is a fabulous thing. Mm-hmm. You guys are doing really great things over there, Rob, and I meant it when I said that I'm going to follow you wherever you go. You're stuck with me for life.
Oh, that's good.
You a little scared?
I've been stuck with worse.
You can't leave. You know, I've got about 4 more years.
5 more years.
Well, if you count, I've counted.
One of them's going into 8th grade.
Yeah, so 5 years.
I'm just helping you get caught up. That's all.
Thank you. 5 years. I need 5 more years out of you.
5 more years.
That's a 5-year contract that you have just signed with Tammy Edwards.
Actually, the government code only allows for a 4-year contract for superintendents, but we'll see what we can do about that.
Okay.
That government again.
Thank you, Rob, very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. My pleasure.
It's always good to see you.
Thank you, Rob.
And school is back in session, so let's always remember that. Let's be safe. Mike Bjorkman is coming on. Now, it does tie together great schools, great real estate. We're going to kind of go off of that and dovetail on that when we return.
At Stevenson Ranch Car Wash, we'll hand wash your car with fast and friendly service. Open 7 days a week. Come in early for our happy hour special starting at $9.99 or take $3 off any regular package. We'll make your car look like new with services that include buffing, waxing, and complete auto and boat detail. Ask about our unlimited monthly pass or value book at Stevenson Ranch Car Wash on Pico Canyon Road. Stevenson Ranch Car Wash on Pico Canyon Road near the Old Road.
Living without glasses has been wonderful.
I've noticed right away, right when next couple of days, the sky seemed bluer.
I had the procedure because my husband came to Dr. Helm for cataract surgery, and he was really pleased with the results.
I was looking for somebody that had a reputation, somebody locally.
Through the whole procedure, he talked to me through it and told me exactly what was happening and what he was doing, and he just has excellent bedside manner.
If you're thinking about having laser vision correction, let me help you decide if it's right for you. We at Helm Vision Group believe in personal care and quality results. Come and see the difference.
For the best laser vision correction technology, Helm Vision Group on Turney Road in Valencia.
Welcome back to SCV Today. Tammy, are my socks crazy looking to you at all? Do they look funky?
No, they look normal.
They look normal? Oh. Let's bring in Mike Bjorkman.
And his purple socks.
In his purple socks.
I like my purple
See,
socks.
this was the topic of discussion when you were out just now during the break about Mike's socks. Because last week, I remember clearly, because it was so bright, it was hurting my eyes, his pale blue socks.
I've always worn colorful socks.
Powder blue socks. Yes, you have.
Because I'm such a kid at heart, but I have to dress like a big boy, and I can sneak some of this in and show that I'm still fun and young.
So
at
what
heart.
you're telling me is that from the ankles up, you're a big boy. The ankles down.
Let's roll on.
I'm just going off of what he said. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Hey, how's exercising going?
Yeah, we're curious.
Good. I'm dying right now.
Are you?
I can barely get in and out of the car.
You're working out with Chikaya.
Yeah.
We had him on.
Because
earlier.
I took a year off, so it's only my second week back in. I'm like, I blew out both my elbows and the shoulder, and I'm all healed up. And
How are your push-ups?
They're awful. I have that bad shoulder, so I have to be very careful.
Oh, is that what it is?
They're awful?
No, I couldn't even brush my teeth for a long time. I had to learn how to brush my teeth with my left hand.
Huh. That video that was posted on YouTube, the one you shared last night, was that before or after the injury?
That was about a year and a half ago, and that was
before the injury. It sounds
that
like
was my
before.
first week when I first went in the beginning, and that was after 45 minutes of.
Well, I want you to know, in the Edwards household, you have a new nickname. You are now Mike Pelvic Thrust Bjorkman.
Okay, you put a 40-pound vest on and lift 45-pound dumbbells over and over and over during push-ups, and see what you can do.
Let's see what Mike is referring to.
Let's see.
Can we pull this up?
Let me play this here for this.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. The pelvic thrust. Here goes the other pelvic thrust. Ready?
Here we go. Is this an actual push-up?
Oh, pelvic thrust.
Those elbows did bend a little bit there, Mike. They did bend a little bit.
Oh, pelvic thrust.
To be fair, you better explain that. That was after a killer workout.
I have to tell you. So last night you shared this video.
Yeah, but in a private group.
Mike, that isn't private anymore. I'm telling you right now.
I didn't realize.
So I turned it on. I'm like, oh, let's watch this. And I'm like, and I start laughing, just like what? I'm like, you gotta watch this. So now Jason's watching it. Billy's watching it. Jason had tears coming out of his eyes. We were laughing. Billy's like rolling on the ground. It was so.
Can we cut this and totally start over?
Absolutely not.
It was so great. And Jason's like, he's got a new nickname. It's Mike Pelvic Thrust Bjorkman.
It's not a bad nickname to have.
Do you think my mother's going to call you pelvic thrust? No, but
no. In your defense, even Jason was like, I cannot believe that he kept going. The video is actually insane. The entire video.
I think what we need to do is we need to talk to Chikaya, because was this allowed by Chikaya?
What?
This kind of push-ups.
He was training me.
I know.
Well, you have to understand.
You gotta
Chikaya
realize
was going to let him do whatever because he was just doing it. That was the whole
After
point.
45 minutes of that, if you can pull that off after that, it's a big deal.
Yeah, Jason my husband was totally impressed with you, that you could keep
I
going.
lost 40 pounds.
We make fun
insane.
because there's no way we could be doing.
Oh God, no!
Just Rael's workout this morning was like that.
Yeah, but it was pretty funny though. We were watching. We were like, literally in tears.
All right, so let's
let's
move it on because I know Mike's ready to do that, to go talking about how he is.
He's still going to kill us after this.
Morris, how do we cut that out?
We're not cutting it because it's so fantastic.
Let's talk about real estate.
Let's talk about real estate. Let's talk about this.
I love real estate.
Let's talk about this big old ad here in the magazine of Santa Clarita.
I love that ad. I love that magazine.
Right?
80,000 homes.
Seriously. So this ad here, look at this.
Both my companies side by side.
I know, SCV Leasing and HomeSmart. Tell us a little bit about this. Can you get that, guys?
What?
Your home sold in 60 days, guaranteed, or I, Mike Bjorkman, will sell it for free.
You know what? It's really simple. There are so many people confused about who to hire to get their home sold, and let's say you go rock climbing a few thousand times, or let's say you've done a gymnast might perfect a routine after a few thousand times. Well, after a few thousand home sales, I'm pretty confident about how I can do it. So it's the most simple program. And he goes, oh, what kind of gimmick is that? What kind of trick is that? And that's why the number's on there to call. It's very simple. If you and I agree on a price, and I believe it's at current market value, if I don't have that in escrow in 60 days, I'll waive my commission 100%.
You're pretty confident.
I'm damn confident. I am so sick of people wondering, who should we hire? Who do we trust? It's really simple. It's so frustrating. I go against agents all the time, and I compete against their marketing programs, and everything we do is tracked and time tested, and we spend so much money doing things that other agents can or won't do. And you just kind of get fed up. You're like, look, here, let me put my money where my mouth is. And most people won't do that. So I'm here to say I believe I'm the best and got the best team with Tammy and the girls, and we can pump them out.
How often do you see other agents in this valley, in essence, trying to reinvent the wheel? New people are coming in that are trying to compete against you, trying to basically, redo things that you're sitting there going, that's just not the way it's done.
You know what? Real estate is an evolving thing, and that's what I really like about our team. We have range on my personal team from 25 years old up into our 40s and 50s, and we have agents with 30 years experience, we have agents with 2 years experience. The nice thing is we keep up on technology. Technology is truly drives real estate. How do we get it out in front of the most people? So between that community outreach, there's no other way. So our team, we concentrate on technology, so daily we're reinventing the wheel. And it's we actually do reinvent. We test our marketing. We spend a hell of a lot of money on marketing, and if we test it, it works, it's added to our market plan. And just most of our competition is afraid to spend the money. They're afraid to track. They don't want to take the time or effort or energy. And we pride ourselves. We're going to be out here for a long time. We've built a fantastic company with the top agents in the industry, and we're just going full steam ahead. So, I want to let it be known. I'll put my money where my mouth is. I guarantee I'll sell your home in 60 days or less. And usually it's a lot less, but since I do a lot of high-end and luxury custom homes, I got to be a little careful, because buyers don't fall out of the skies for that. Like today, Tammy and I are going on a listing appointment in San Canyon. I'll offer that to them. It's an $850,000 home. It's a custom. It's not perfect for everybody. But I'm confident enough with our marketing plan in place that we can sell that in less than 60 days at a price we're comfortable with.
It's pretty awesome, huh?
Pretty confident. That's the deal.
Where do you go from there? It's boom boom.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. No. Something else that you offer, Mike, and I want to talk about it, is the free online evaluations and free reports that you do. And you've talked about that before, but I know there's a lot of people that want to know what their home is worth, but they also don't want to get stuck in a trap of having a realtor calling them all the time.
And what we do is on the website, SantaClaritaValues.com. Or you can go to mikebjorkman.info, Santa Clarita Real Estate, whatever. But the easiest way is, I think it's right there, SantaClaritaValues.com. You go in there, put your address in. We will email you the market evaluation, and then they'll continue to be emailed to you. And you can watch the market go up like we are. It's important for me to have all my friends, our sphere of influence, our past clients. I want everybody to know what their home's worth at all times, because when it hits a certain number, a lot of people say, if it ever gets to 500 grand, I'm selling. Well, a lot of people don't know it has hit that. So we want all of our friends and relatives, everybody, everybody's clients have to know what their market's doing. So we offer that free program, no pressure, no obligation. We're not going to call you and bug you. It's just part of our database, and you get emails free, and it's a good little system.
Now, you were saying some people are surprised. They have no idea their homes have gone up. Everyone's is still in this mindset of things are bad and prices are low, and that's not true anymore. And we've really seen that lately. And again, we mentioned last week a home that it would have been a short sale 3 months ago.
Right.
Now it's nowhere near it.
Right. That's exciting.
Yeah, Tammy put a house on the market this week that, God dang phone, that was literally last year when we started talking to this couple, it was maybe 325, and now they were in a short sale situation facing foreclosure, and now it's 400,000, and they're actually going to get some money out of it, and they had no idea. When we got there to put the house on the market, they did not know if we were going to short sell it or if they were going to put a penny in their pocket. And we have plenty of money to put in their pocket now to where they can get their next place and move on.
And that was in a year's time, that difference?
That was like
or less than a year.
6 to 9 months.
Wow.
So depending on the neighborhood and area, most prices have gone up over 100 grand. So it was a really good thing. Some of the condos, it's doubled.
And we talked about how we're dovetailing because this is the first day of school. And real estate values, and we talked about this during the break, real estate values and good schools do go hand in hand. So you have a very vested interest, as we all do as homeowners, to have a very good school district and a great place for our kids to go to.
No, we're very much involved with our kids in the schools. My son Andy, he goes to Hart. He'll be starting 11th grade today, and we watch it, we track it, we watch the numbers. All of our team is studied up on the school information. You can go straight to our website, click on school information. It goes directly to all the websites for the districts. And I believe that schools is what drives the values in Santa Clarita. So many people call us from the San Fernando Valley and say, we'd like to move out there to get to better schools. We could have a nicer environment to live and go to public schools. And it's a win-win for the families that come out here. Private schools are $1,000 per kid a month in the San Fernando Valley, on average. So most people can't afford that. And if they can't afford that, they'd rather have a school that they're already paying for anyways and enjoy the lifestyle that Santa Clarita offers all of us.
Right.
We're pretty lucky to live here.
We are.
We're very
really
lucky.
are.
Yeah, you're
Very
right.
fortunate.
Well, I think that's it for today.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say? No. I love Tammy for playing that video, and I'm not going to hate her forever.
We had such a great segment. You ruined it with show me falling on the ground.
That's not you falling on the ground. No, seriously.
That was an old you.
You know what? Ashley Redmond and I were working out this morning, and
that was awesome. Seriously.
I tell her, I said, look, we as agents do other things that other agents can or won't. We do more before the sun comes up than most people do in the entire country, and it's because of that we have the drive and the willpower to just power through our days. And most people sleep while we're actually doing things that are healthy for us. To sell thousands of homes, you need a clear mind. To negotiate absolute top dollar, to remember to call people back, to enjoy your clients in a stressful situation, you must have a clear mind. And without that working out, we don't have it. So here we are.
That's my problem. I need to work out. My mind's all wait, where am I? No, I'm just kidding.
Mike Dortman, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Always good to see you.
Totally fun.
And we'll see you again next week, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you for sharing a part of your day with us. We hope you have a good rest of your day.